I don't mean to say that your information is a little inaccurate. To the best of my knowledge, DOT requirements are not 10 years. DOT requirements are 3 years of DOT driving. Any safety people in the room? Is that Chris? 3 years? They,
Yeah, you have to have 10 years.
you have to record 10 years.
Yeah, but you have to go back 3 years.
You have to verify.
3 years, but you have to go back 10 years on the
So,
application.
In truck rate, when you're doing the truck rate out, the driver's doing the truck, it tells them that they need to do the 10 years. But excellent question. But the way I interpret the regulations is on a DOT position that you need to verify 3 years of DOT driving. If the driver was right out of school and never drove a truck and he only worked for Tim Hortons as a baker, you don't have to verify anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my interpretation. Chris?
I think you have to verify 3 years of employment.
I-
I don't think it says 3 years of truck driving.
From what our interpretation of it, again, best practice, we're doing the 5 years, but our interpretation is that you have to do 3 years of DOT. But each one of you should, again, look for your own comfort level. But there's nowhere in the regs that talk about the 10 years to my,
One last question, the Quebec abstracts,
yes.
do you actually get them directly yourself? Because I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, if you use Quebec abstracts, it is actually sent to the actual license holder, not to the employer. And
We get
so
that. The only province that we can get,
As a third party, you can get the abstracts with the province of Quebec.
we're set up with the only province that won't release them to us, and I'm sure is Alberta. I think everybody's got the same challenge. Yes, sir.
What do we currently do with the files that we do have? Is there somewhere where we can scan it in and place it so we can keep an electronic file?
Excellent question. What do you do with your existing driver files? Every page of truck rate, every document type in truck rate has an upload capability. So you would be able to upload and mark attached as compliant. So you would scan it, upload it, and attach it. That way you go away from the paper. Again, I would suggest that you're creating, you could, depending if you had the resources, you could even data import the application and then say, in the signature place, we have a check, signature attached or document attached. It does say signature attached as well. So that way, if you put the data in, you can still show, well, here's the actual application that was filled out by paper. You need the data for your system. Yes?
What about going in the other direction? I'm just thinking in terms of an in-house imaging and workflow system that we have. So we would probably, and I know it sounds redundant, but we would probably want to backfill everything that went into TruckRight back into our own system.
Are you like PeopleSoft or?
Yeah, there's a mixed bag there.
Okay. Again, that becomes an API. I don't have a comment on that right now, but again, any API can be done. Any fleet that comes to us and says that they have a unique requirement for API, we have the technical know-how, but that it would be an additional charge if it was a unique application. If it's like TMW, it's going to be good for a lot of our customers. But if you had an application that was only yours, like say you had a custom database, and we had to do some custom programming to do an API for that, there would be a fee on that. Just as if you would have to hire a developer yourself. Yes, Julie. How's traffic?
Thanks. What you were saying with TMW, the information that I'm using the wrong term, hard-coded, when you first key in a driver into TMW, that information, when you get the API, would be imported into TruckRight, right? What about
Both ways.
Okay, right. But
So
what
you can put
about-
in TMW first or TruckRight first.
Exactly, but all our existing TMW drivers. We don't want to be keying all that in, so
You
we're
wouldn't be.
really hoping for this to happen. But we also say we're really trying to finish the paperless. So when the abstracts come in that we pull forward, we scan each of those into TMW. Will it also pull all of those scanned documents or only the initial hard code TMW? Do you know what I mean?
But Julie's asking if, when we get to the integration with TMW, if we'll just pull in the data or if there are attached documents, if we would grab that. It really comes down to what the API is. I would be willing to wager that the API would allow attached document transfer. Most do. It's a pretty straightforward process. We're almost ready for lunch. I think we are ready for lunch, Catherine. I'm going to be around for questions. One of the things that we have, Lisa and I are offering today, anybody that's interested, we have two separate, one envelope for fleet. There's one certificate for 5 background checks per fleet. They do not include the PSP. It's just a 5-year employment verification and 3-year drug and alcohol. So we have 5 of those for everybody in the room. We also, sorry? For every fleet in the room, sorry, thank you. She's an accountant. We also, in the envelope for you, have, we were talking about driver locker, we have 3 months, unlimited job postings, no charge. So that would be, again, for free. Does that cover those? How much money is that going to cost you? Luke has the envelopes, they're all fleet specific, so if you're in a group, just one person per fleet. I'm going to be answering questions throughout lunch. Catherine, I believe we have the room for a couple hours. So anybody, any questions, any specifics, they want to see or touch something in the software in a specific area, feel free to come grab myself, Alain, Lisa. One more point, Lisa. When Lisa, you'd asked earlier about accessing the demo site. Anybody interested in accessing the demo site? If you're from Ontario, if you reach out to Luke or whoever your representative is from Over the Road. Over the Road is an exclusive reseller of I'm here to tell you about the software, but I'm not these guys, Luke and Earl and Ed and Peter, they're the ones that are selling the product. They've invested a huge amount of their time to learn the software with us. But at any time, reach out to them. If you're looking for a username and password, it's the people from Over the Road can help you with that. We're customer support. We're there to support the software, support the DAD services, and continue the development. I want to thank everybody from Lisa and I, and especially I want to thank Peter and Mary and the team of Over the Road, Catherine, Ed, Luke, Earl. I think I've got everybody here today for putting this on today. This is on them. This is a fabulous thing to get industry in one room, and I know how valuable time is. So again, thank you, Over the Road. Thank you all for being here today. And again, I'm here for any questions. Thank you.